What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. And when I announced or sent the email about this live, people thought that I'm quitting Amazon, quitting selling on Amazon, and that's the end of this journey for me. But it's quite the opposite. I was working on in the last year and a half on preparing my business for sale, and I will explain in this live three. We will cover three topics. The first one, why I prepared and sold my business. The second one, how was the process? What was it? Uh, was it hard? Was it stressing? I will share everything that I went through. And the third thing is what is next? What I'm going to work on next and what I'm planning for the future. So it's pretty fresh. It was signed 2 weeks ago, and last week I received the money for the sale of the business, and that's quite exciting. It was something that I was dreaming for a long time. But when it actually happened, I'm already, my first reaction is to kind of right away work on the next thing. But I'm gonna share later what are my plans. And yeah, you have thank you, Megan and Nicole and Bacha and Daniel. Pleasure to have you all here. But first, I'm gonna explain why I decided to sell. So when you start to sell on Amazon and you sell successfully, you start to see profits and you launch more and more products, the business is growing. It's all nice and cool, but you don't see the money in your hands. You see it in the bank, and right away it goes away, paying suppliers, paying loans, paying credit cards, paying freight forwarders, paying Amazon fees, whatever, whoever it is, you're just paying, and you don't see it back. The highest expense is obviously back into inventory in order to support the demand, and in order to support the success, you have to buy more and more inventory. And it becomes like an inventory game. It's not a cash flow business, it's an inventory business. So a lot of time you kind of think that not think you're successful and you're selling a lot, but you don't really see the money. So that put you as risk as the business owner. You're reliable for the loans, you're reliable for the credit cards, you're reliable for all of that. And if something happened or goes wrong, you're responsible for that before you actually saw some of the success in your hands. So one of the biggest reasons for me to sell my business is to kind of cash out, enjoy these fruits of this success, and take some of it into the next business where I have much more capital and much more money to reinvest while still enjoying that money. That's the main reason that I did it. Of course, there are other reasons. You have risks of Amazon. At the end of the day, it's a business that you depend on Amazon. And in case something goes wrong, or someone put a claim on you, there are many risks. Of course, if you do things, thanks God, in my business, I never had any issues because I try to do things by the book, compliant with TOS, and trying to not do like gray or black hat tactics, because I knew that it will come back to me. It's not sustainable and it's not a long-term thinking. So I was always saying, you know what, for example, with giveaways, why doing giveaways when you can take that money? First of all, it's against the OS, and second, you waste so much money giving away products for ranking that are not sustainable, and you don't have data. So why don't take this money and invest it in more long-term thinking, long-term investment like PPC, where you get data and it's compliance with TOS, and you achieve basically the same thing. That was my mindset from the beginning, before even it was against TOS. So you know don't if you're compliant with the TOS and you don't do things that are kind of gray or black hat, you should be fine. Amazon shouldn't come to you. But still, you hear those stories about innocent people or sellers that doing everything by the book, and sometimes they kind of cut by the algorithm and they get suspended, and it's just too much risks. So that's the main reason why I exit. And by the way, you can ask me any questions there, because very soon I'm gonna start answering them. um And yeah, so that's the main reason why I did it, and I think that a lot of sellers are in the same position like me. How is the process? So, when it was a year and a half ago when I started to get those emails, like a lot of used sellers getting from aggregators and buyers that are interested in to buy your business. At first I thought that, if they send you this email, it means that they want to buy you like tomorrow. In reality, it's just not like that. They just shoot so many emails and they send so many emails, and they're trying to open their big wide net, trying to catch as many leads as possible, and then they kind of choosing what is good for them, these aggregators. So if you get email from an aggregator, the time that could pass between you getting this email to the actual deal could take a year. It's just the nature of things, which I didn't know that it works like that. Even though I sold businesses before, I sold websites, not at this scale like this business, of course, but I sold some businesses before. And with this one, it's really life-changing amount. But for me, it's not really the end goal. I really want to speak about my future and what I'm going to do next. But the process was that I was starting to get all these emails from aggregators. We want to buy your business. We're interested that you sell it out. And I was so exciting and started to think seriously about the possibility of exiting. But at the same time, I knew that I didn't really fulfill my potential yet back then. Even now, I didn't feel the potential of this business. This buyer that bought us, I think that if they're going to be smart, they are going to triple this business without too much efforts, just adding few variation, and the main thing, having enough cash flow, enough money to reinvest and buy enough inventory to support the demand. So, um, as far as the those emails went by, I started to talk with aggregators, with Terracio, with Perch, with all these guys, and I saw that they are not really serious. They're just trying to get good deals, and they're trying to, see what's going on in the market. But they had so much money back then that a lot of them at the end of the day wasn't interested in my business. I felt that they were really taking advantage, showing interest, just to get a lot of data from you. They kind of see your account because you have to give them access. They see numbers, and I just didn't like it until a moment came where I met a guy that it's not really an aggregator, but they are a huge seller. And what they do is they buy 51% of your business, and they keep you as an operator of the business. So you have interest of growing it, taking it to the next level. You are kind of managing everything, but you're leveraging their system and infrastructures and, of course, money to grow it and take it to where it should be, but without, with all these resources that you by yourself don't have and can't do by yourself. And that idea really, I really like that idea and that business model. At the end of the day, it didn't go through. So what I did lastly, I just said, you know what, everything happens for a reason. It's opportunity to grow it even further and to get better numbers. And actually, I'm sorry, I forgot. Then I got an email from an aggregator, another aggregator, and they wanted to buy. They already sent me LOI. They was really serious. They were new aggregator back then, a year ago, but they had the resources. They just raised a lot of money, and they had the resources um, to spend. 1 second. I'm sorry, I just came back from running outside. So they had a lot of money. They had to spend it. The thing with the aggregators, sometimes they raise a lot of money, and if they don't buy the businesses, or they are not using the money that they raised, they are in pressure from investors. Have this stress and pressure to buy things, and sometimes they do mistakes because they buy businesses that are not good enough, or they're not doing the due diligence good enough. So I felt that aggregator back then was in that position. They really wanted to close, but the business was in such a really increasing trend that my broker back then said, you know what, it's just better to wait. Don't take their deal. Even though back then it was, I think, multiple of four, which was kind of high. And it was great opportunity. I already like felt, wow, I can do like something huge. I can exit and have all this money just from nowhere. I got an LOI. Of course, the difference between LOI to a close, LOI is letter of intent. That's a letter that you get with the number, the deal, the structure, and all of that. Of course, it's not the contract, the final contract, but from that point and on, you cannot negotiate with other buyers, and you cannot the buyer have to kind of do their own due diligence, and from there buy the business, like sign the final contract, negotiation, final negotiations, and continue from there. So they sent me the LOI, and I almost signed the LOI and started the process with them. But really, at the last moment, I pulled out and thought that it's better to wait and get a higher multiple a year later, because that's the prediction. The prediction was that the business will go up, and I can really take advantage of this. And that's what I did. And in that year, what I actually did was preparing all numbers, getting rid of SKUs that are not contributing a lot to the bottom line. Uh, 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 Double down on a lot of the ASINs that are working, adding variation, having quick wins in optimizing PPC, trying to really align the numbers so I can maximize the sale price and really get the most out of it. And that plan kind of didn't fully work, because you plan one thing, but in reality, it's not always happening. But it was kind of, good. Um, the plan was executed, and the overall result was kind of close to where we wanted to be. And then we went out to market. That was January 2000 and this year 2022, and we didn't get a lot of offers, but we got some offers and we continued. And then the buyer that bought my business was it wasn't maybe the highest offer, but it was the most relevant one, and they showed that they are serious enough. So for me, it was enough to continue. And that's what we did. The process wasn't easy, but luckily the buyer was, they were gentlemen, they were nice, they were not, a lot of buyers, what they do, they send on the LOI. By the way, I will share this with you. So I got multiple of 4. So that means, let's say I made 100,000 profit a month. So you know what, $100,000 profit a year, let's say, okay? That means that I got 400,000 at the end of the deal. That's excluding inventory worth. And we got another one multiple after a year from the business, if it's staying, if it's just increasing in like 20%, which I think that it will go up based on my business. Of course, it's not a guarantee, and you never know. Maybe this company will go out of business, or I don't know what will be the case. But I trust that process, and I look at it from a good point of view. So that was about the process. It wasn't, again, easy. It's a little stressful, but I always looked at it as the beginning, or this is just the beginning for me. I have really much higher goals than this. And again, this is for me, it's a life-changing number. But I'm not gonna stop here. For me, it's just the beginning. I'm going to grow more brands. That's the future. What I'm going to do next. So again, my instinct is to go and right away work on my next brand and do all this work. But I decided to take a month off. It's not really a month off, because I'm still gonna do the YouTube and some personal stuff, but just a month off, just to relax, have more free time to think what I'm going to do next. I have another brand, and it's funny, because I have to prove this business model again from zero. But I'm up to the challenge. I want to show you guys that it's still possible to build a 7, and my goal with this one is to build an 8-figure business from scratch. At this time in 2022, it's still possible. I truly believe in it, and I'm going to take some money to reinvest and start a business from zero, launch this new product, get to do everything from the beginning. And it's kind of easy when you have like a bigger business and everything is flowing. You have the resources to launch your products. If they fail, nothing happened. So here I'm going to start fresh, like you guys, and like a lot of you are also advanced sellers. But I'm going to start fresh and prove this model. But I'm going to take like a month off first and see where it goes, and kind of relax and enjoy and celebrate this hard work. I worked on this business for 3 years, and to take it from $10,000 investment to more than, I'm not going to share the exact number, but it was more than $1 million. And and this is really an amazing, it was amazing journey, and I'm so grateful, for the opportunity. Amazon really changed my life. I always thought that I deserved this. Like, in my head, if you would talk with me 10 years ago, I knew that that was my goal. Actually, my goal was much higher, but this is the beginning to get into my goal. And honestly, I'm not into like buying so much material or stuff like that. I'm not gonna take the money and you will see me with like a crazy car or something like that. It's not really me. But I think that money could help you help others, and money could help you live better, of course. But it's, after a certain point, it's not really making any difference to your life. So, you know, ten, $15,000 a month, let's say these are my expenses. I have everything that I need for that money. With that money, I'm not really into like, you know crazy restaurants or expensive clothing, or like crazy stuff that cost a lot. So for me, it's not really changed my life like materialistic. It's more like confident that it's gonna give me to go to the next level. So I think that's my experience. That's what's going on right now in my business and in my life, and what I think of doing with my next brand. We're really working on creating a mission and a purpose for that business, because I think that what will build it to the next level, helping more and more people through our products. So that's pretty much about what happened in the last few months. It was really exciting time, and stressful, and joyful, and a lot of moments then struggles. But everything happens for a reason, and I always said it during the process, that even if something will go wrong and the deal will fall and it's not going to go through, it's all good. I have a good business and making good money, and nothing will happen if I'm not gonna sell. So unlike other maybe sellers that I heard that was in the process, that was so stressful that they couldn't sleep well at night, I was sleeping very good, actually, because I always and constantly reminded myself that even if it doesn't go through, everything happens for a reason, and it's a good reason, because that means that I wasn't supposed to sell this business to them or to any other buyer. And my purpose was to grow it even more. I always try to look at the positive side of things. Tomorrow I'm going to Panama. I'm going to meet some sellers there, and also I've mixed it a little bit with some fun, some investments that I might do, like real estate. I'm trying to see what I'm going to do next. Obviously, I need to take some of this money and reinvest it in Amazon, and also traditional investments. And that's pretty much it. I'm really, it's 2 years, I think, already that I started this channel. And that's one of the greatest things that I did, because it gave me the opportunity to meet so many new people, great, amazing people, and help a lot of people too. That give me a lot of kind of fulfillment, and seeing other people succeeding and helping them. And if you know me, you know that I'm not trying to sell an expensive courses. Maybe this year, because I will have more time, I'm going to open, like, it's not going to be a course, it's going to be like a program or a seminar, I will call it, of like let's say like 2 months, where I'm going to take like 5 sellers that are not beginners, sellers that already selling like 6 figure and or less a year, and they want to take it to the next level. So that's my plan. It's going to be like a small group where we're going to give materials, homework, and I'm going to help them build systems and take their business to the next level. So that's my plan. I'm not sure if it's going to be executed or not. That's the plan, but we'll see what happens. So let's see some of the comments that you guys wrote, and I appreciate all of you that are watching and supporting the channel and supporting me, and the warm words and all the love that I'm getting. This is what keep me pushing and creating constantly content. As you can see, I didn't miss 1 week where I didn't upload I didn't upload at least 2 videos. The average was 3 to 4 videos. So even though in vacations, let's say I'm going to vacation tomorrow, like I said, not vacation, but I'm going to be off for a week, I will not be able to record. So I'm dedicating enough time before that to record videos that will be delayed and shared with you while I'm away. So that's how serious I'm taking this channel. And yes, let's go through the questions. So thank you, Megan, again. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Bacha. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. You're awesome. You're one of the guys that I really enjoy listening to. He's from Scale Insights. You saw I think Scale Insight was a big part of my like I was able to optimize my numbers and get them right before they sell. So thank you for them. They have an amazing software. um Congratulations, Tomer. It's Tomer, but thank you, Shob. Hey, Tanya. Thank you, Mika. Okay, so did you create a business plan and whatever is needed to sell the business, or did you start after they reach out to it? So yeah, my plan wasn't really to sell my business. So after they reached out to me like a year and a half ago, it came into my mind, and my actions was kind of aligned with it. It was by then when I planned it, but I strongly recommend to anyone that is watching this video, if you don't have goals, if you don't have something to look after and run after every day that you wake up, your results will be like average. So if you want to really be the top seller or one of the best sellers out there, or reach goals that you will always dreamed of, you have to constantly push yourself. That's what differentiates the losers from the winners. If you want to be the top 1%, you have to do things that are different. You have to do the hard work. You have to run. You have to exercise. You have to always constantly get out of your comfort zone. When you get out of your comfort zone, that's when you do these things that are hard. And the same thing with business. It's not rocket science. You just have to do the things which other people are not willing to do. It's very simple. So that means that if you need to really talk with the supplier at 3 in the morning, you do that. Or if it means that you wake up and you're so tired that you can barely type, you do that. It all comes to that. What you're willing to sacrifice. And Tanya, what is the best time to sell, and what do you need to do before the selling? So the best time to sell is when your business is up. When you're down, don't sell. Don't think about it, because they're gonna slaughter you like like a nice cute chicken. These aggregators. So you have to really show that your business is going up and you have a good trend up. And what you have to do, you have to prepare the numbers. You have to make sure that your numbers the margins are healthy. Your tacos, those are things that they're usually looking at. And if your margins are, let's say, above 20%, it opens you up to more aggregators seeing the deal. Because when a broker sends the deal to all these aggregators and buyers, they have this criteria like we do when we do product research. We have a criteria of a product selling more than $10,000, have this amount of reviews, etc., etc. They have the same kind of criteria. They look to see if you have a margin above 18%, for example, they are going to look at the deal. So the higher the margin is, the better the more offers that you will get. And I talked about it in my recent video about what is Amazon FBA aggregators. So yeah, check it out. Ali, we'll be recording so we will have a recording of this so you can watch it later. Did your YouTube channel help in your business, or any other social media platform help bring traffic? Not quite sure what do you mean. Like, the YouTube channel didn't help directly to my Amazon business, but it helped me because when I prepared videos and when I was making those videos about Amazon, it forced me to do a better job at when you teach something, you're actually learning it in a different level. So yeah, it helped me, I guess, in being a better seller. But traffic or sales to this, no, because I don't advertise what kind of products I sell. Leo, you inspire us. Thank you, Tor. You're welcome. So Leo, one of the guys that I met here when I moved to Florida, And after explaining him what I do, he was inspired to do Amazon as well, and he was very successful with his first product. And I see a big future for you there, and he's really amazing person. Ali, congratulations for the big move. Thank you so much. I appreciate Ali. So Ali is someone that I worked with. I think for the last 8-9 years already, in the jewelry business, which I'm not part of it anymore. But you're awesome. Thank you for watching this. Tanya, congrats for your deal. Yeah, I appreciate it, Tanya. What categories you sell on Amazon? So this business that I sold was in the health and beauty and arts and crafts, and it's kind of mixed. But my other business is in the toys category, and that's what I'm going to focus on from now on. And yeah, it was really, it's just the beginning. Like I said, I'm not quitting selling on Amazon. I still think that it's an amazing opportunity, and I want to showcase with a brand new business that it's still possible for you as a beginner or someone just starting out to be successful. It's still possible, and it's going to be hard, I know, because it's a different level when you kind of have a business in auto cruise to starting everything from scratch and from the beginning. But I'm up to the challenge, and I think that's what's exciting in life, having those challenges. Ask your questions. um I'm a VA. Any recommendation for me? Yeah, if you want to find clients, do whatever it takes, be professional, do the work, and you're going to get clients. But specific recommendation, no, because I'm not a VA, so I don't know what you need to do in order to get like clients. But I don't see more questions, so I appreciate everyone watching it. We have almost 20 people here right now, and we will have a recording of this for those that just joined now. Okay, so I have Alice asking another question. Can you share how much investment will be required for beginners? So I think that for beginner, you need like $10,000 to $15,000 at least, um, to start now an Amazon FBA business. I think that's the minimum that you need. The better, I mean, the more the better, of course. But that's what I think that needs in order to be successful on Amazon. So I'm going to end this live. I appreciate everyone that's watching. Again, we are going to have live. Share this with anyone that you want. And a reminder, join our Facebook group. It's $10 lifetime membership. $10 that it's just to show how serious you are. I'm not gonna be rich out of this $10, but I'm really working hard to reply to every comment there. And we have great community members there trying to build something awesome that could support and help you in your business. And that's it. And last comment from Baja: I love your mindset. Thank you for all you do for us, and please continue. You're welcome. Thank you, for following me. It really shows me that it's worth doing it and putting all this effort for the last 2 years. And that's it. Um, Thank you very much, all. Appreciate it. You good luck with everything that you do. Join our group, ask questions, and we'll start very soon with this new journey for me and for everyone. Take care, and again, good luck.